Okay folks, so before I start my video, I just wanted to point out the most coolest thing I ever saw in my life. We're at a Tim Hortons, which is a coffee shop for those of you not from the Northeast, in Orchard Park, New York. And there at the drive-thru is a horse and buggy, and I just absolutely love it. I've never seen anything like that. My guess is maybe neither have you. I did not plan on starting the video here, but when I saw that, I decided that I absolutely had to, because that is awesome. Is that a slice of Americana? I don't know, but I love it. I just love it. Okay everybody, it's Chris, and today is the 4th of July, Independence Day. We're going through the little downtown of Orchard Park, New York. I did not intend to start this video back there when I did. I intended to start it here, but when I saw that horse and buggy, I just couldn't resist. But today we're going to go through small town Americana, and we're going to talk a lot about the Can-Am Spyder, because there's lots to talk about. But in addition to seeing a slice of Americana for the next few minutes that you're with me, we're also going to talk about the Spyder, because I've got some things to update you on. A new accessory that I've added to the Spyder, a very inexpensive accessory that I want to tell you about, and I'll just give you a little hint. It's right there. I want to talk a little bit about the GoPro camera and camera angles. I'm hoping you may notice a slight difference between this video and my past few videos, and quite frankly between the next video that I'm going to post. So today is Thursday, July 4th, 2024, and I'm going to get home and edit this video and post it on Thursday, July 4th, 2024. I don't always do that. So for instance, I've got a video already scheduled for this coming Sunday that I've already shot, and I do that because I don't want to flood you with I just don't want to flood you with a lot of videos. I've had a couple of people comment, you know, who does this guy think he is, posting so many videos? And so now I'm trying to do 2 a week, and the only way I can do that when I, you know, shoot a bunch of videos is to kind of sequence them out. But in addition to the accessory that I want to tell you about and the camera angle, and I'm going to kind of let you kind of give me your judgment on a couple of different options. I'm going to shoot with a couple of angles today. I'm finally getting kind of experimental with the GoPro. I've been afraid to do much with changing settings, but I want your opinion on that. I'm also going to do a volume test on the radio, only this time I'm going to use music. So I did a whole video on the radio, and someone pointed out, you know, if you're going to do a volume test with staticky talk radio or news radio, that's not as meaningful to me, and my guess is not just to him but to other listeners, as if you did music. So when we get into the clear, when we're not around other cars and people and traffic and whatnot, we're gonna do a radio test. So I want to tell you a little bit about that. So now we're entering the cute little town of West Falls, New York, and so I'll start out with a question to you about my camera angles. So just a little background. Oh, they're doing some work in West Falls. So I've been afraid to monkey with the settings on the GoPro. The GoPro has been completely new to me. It's been a steep learning curve, but I think I have the hang of it now. But someone commented a while back, hey, you ought to change the settings to that's a cool place, to linear stabilization or something like that, and I thought I did what was recommended, and I don't know if I messed it up or whatnot, but at some point during the editing of my last video that I shot, which is a video that will run this coming Sunday, I realized that my videos weren't like they were when I started out, and I didn't like it. They were, what's the best way to describe it, much more narrower in their field of vision. Now, this video that I'm recording right now is set in what's called 4K, 60 feet per second, but the big thing is it's on the wide camera angle. So I'm hoping that you'll notice that this video, compared to the last many that I've posted, And compared to the one that's going to run this coming Sunday, which is a 5,000 mile review, this video has a much wider field of view. I'm hoping that you can see much more of the dash, much more of the scenery, which quite frankly is the most important thing. But then there's also a thing called super view. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot the first, let's say roughly half of this video on this setting, which is wide. And then what I'm going to do when I stop for lunch in Ellicottville, I'm going to change it to super view. So the second half of this video will be shot in super view. And I want to know what you think, I should say, what you think of the video. What do you think of the wide versus the super view? Compare it to the last videos you've been watching of mine versus the one or the one that's going to run this coming Sunday compared to this one, and let me know what you think. I will tell you, I did a quick test a couple of days ago, and I certainly like both the wide and the super wide compared to what I've been doing, and I just think it's an obvious improvement, but I'd like to know what you think about it. Okay, so regarding the new accessory, so it's called a throttle assist. It's a very cheap little accessory. This is the town of Colden we're entering, and of course they've got a Dollar General like every other small town in America. It's called a throttle assist, and it's essentially a lever that just clips on, it clamps on to the throttle. Now, I first learned of these things a few years back when I had a motorcycle that didn't have cruise control. I was riding a Kawasaki Versys at the time, and I thought about getting it because it's supposed to relieve hand fatigue when you're gripping the throttle, like I am right now. That is a fatiguing grip over time, and if you don't have cruise control, you're doing that for most of the time while you're riding. And what the throttle assist does is it allows you to kind of loosen up that grip. And so I'm giving it the throttle right now. Notice, like, my hand's open. It's not like the death grip or any grip for that matter. It's just, it basically gives you the power of a lever to make it easier to use your grip. But I never actually went ahead and got one, and then I bought a motorcycle, a KTM 890 Adventure, which was the last motorcycle before buying the Spyder, that had cruise control. Now I will tell you, I did not use that cruise control a lot. I was kind of afraid of it, to be honest with you. I don't know why, I just didn't feel comfortable like I do with the Spyder using the KTM's cruise control. But anyway, I still never bought the throttle assist. Well, now that I'm on YouTube and I'm like watching a lot of YouTube videos, a video came up that was posted years ago, I don't know how many years ago, by the Riker chick. So she's got like two channels, Riker chick and Spyder chick. No. It's Riker Rides and Spyder Rides, but she's a female. It might be Oxford. But anyway, if you have a Spyder, or quite frankly, if you have any motorcycle, I'm not telling you you need to get one of these. All I'm saying is it's something you might want to consider. It is the cheapest accessory you'll ever buy. Quite frankly, I paid $12 for it, and I think I paid $6 for shipping, and so I paid, quite frankly, almost as much in shipping that I did for the whole accessory. So it's just something you might want to consider. Now, we're going to come up to a straightaway, not a straightaway, but a clearing here in the road where there's not a lot going on. There's not traffic, there aren't people's houses and whatnot. So what I'm going to do is an audio test with some music, so you can hear the music at the various levels, including full blast. Now bear in mind when I do this test that the microphone that you're listening to me speak on, that's a cool old-fashioned post office. Actually, I think that was kind of built recently, but it just looks old-fashioned. But keep in mind that the microphone that you're listening to is inside the helmet, just inside my chin. So the helmet is blocking out the volume. Now, if you're wearing a helmet when you ride, your ears are covered by the helmet anyway. So it's probably a comparable test if you wear a helmet. Now, if you're living in a state that doesn't require a helmet and you don't wear a helmet sometimes, then perhaps you have to remember that even at the loudest settings, it would be louder for you, because with the helmet off, you wouldn't have the obstruction of the helmet for the microphone. Okay folks, so I've got my, I'm not going to use the radio, I'm going to use my iTunes. My phone is connected to the Spyder, and even though it is connected to my helmet, obviously that would make the test worthless. So I'm gonna, the volume is on low right now, but I'm gonna just gradually inch it up. But I'm gonna just inch it up right now. Now this is halfway. I'm going to inch it up from now to full play, and I'm going to just be quiet. Seemed like a dream, now it was so long ago. Jerry Jeff walked to me just like a cold front. Well, I'm going home. Okay, so now I'm going to lower it. Now, obviously, if you have an intercom, and you use that, which is what I do, then it's a moot point. But I think you can see the speakers are pretty loud. There are 4 up front, 2 here, 2 here, 2 in the back that are built into the backrest or the rear trunk. But I think it's plenty loud. But someone asked me to do a test, so there you go. Okay, we are now entering the village of Ellicottville. So again, you're now watching wide view, what GoPro calls the wide view, and my guess is you can see, you know, out to where my hands are. You can see my mirrors, my instrument panel, maybe even my switches right now. It's hard to tell because until I edit this, I don't know exactly what you're seeing. But when I'm finished here in Ellicottville, I'm going to switch it to super view, and I want to know from you which you prefer, the wide view, the super view, or you might say, no, Chris, there's a setting on GoPro that isn't as wide, but it's better from a stabilization standpoint or something like that. And I'd love to hear what you have to say. I'm going to have lunch right there at the gin mill. They don't open quite until 11 o'clock. I'm early, but this is beautiful downtown Ellicottville. And what I'm going to do is cut it off here, and again, we'll pick it up at the next clip after lunch using super view, and you tell me if you can tell the difference and if you prefer one over the other. Okay, so you can see, folks, that I put my riding gear back on, my gloves and my jacket. My jacket is a mesh jacket. These gloves are really nice, Climb mesh gloves. They're really great hot weather equipment. But sometimes it's just so muggy that you get uncomfortable. But I'll probably take it off in a little bit once we pass this next town. Now this is Cattaraugus. We've been through Cattaraugus before. It was a video that I shot, and my microphone somehow my audio went bad. I don't know if the mic popped out or something, but this is such a cute little town that's built on a very steep hill, as you can see here. And it's all brick. The downtown area is brick. I just love this. I'm going to really slow down here so we can really enjoy it. See the brick down there? I hear this is a cool place to eat. I've not eaten there, but I'm going to have to try that at some point. So it's a small town, but it's a cute town. Now remember, folks, we are now in the super view option that GoPro gives you. So I'd love to know, and I'll know a little bit when I edit this video, so I'll see hopefully a contrast between the two, but I really want to know what your opinion is between the view and the super view. This road is pretty, you know, you hear about uneven roads. Well, this is certainly that, getting jostled around. But I'll pick it up when we get to Gowanda, which is the next little small town we're going to go through. So we're now in the town of Gowanda. It might be the village of Gowanda. We've been through here before. The video that I posted, and I was on a quest to find a yellow submarine, but it was gone when we got there. That was this village, the Gowanda rail yard, train station. This is a cool little town. Now, our next town is going to be Springville, and between Gowanda and Springville is the coolest riding road in Western New York. It's called the Zoar Valley Road, and it is awesome. It parallels the Zoar Valley, which is an iconic hiking destination in Western New York. Very treacherous if you're not careful. Again, just a reminder, we are in Super View right now, and I really do want your opinions on which you prefer, wide, which was the first half of this video, or Super View, which we're in right now. That's where the yellow submarine was. For years it was parked there, and now it's gone. No turn on red. I'm sorry, but hey, KTM, we have to do it. Oh, look at this. This is awesome. Gowanda building. I think that's the town hall. Okay, so I'm going to head out on the Zoar Valley Road. I'm going to pick it up in Springville. You're going to want to see Springville, believe me. Okay, so we are now entering the village of Springville. Springville bills itself as the heart of Western New York. I think that's debatable, as all these slogans are, but it's a cute little town, and my ultimate destination on any fun summer ride, let alone a ride on the 4th of July, has to be, the capstone of the ride has to be a certain type of destination. And some of you might be saying, oh, he's going to stop for a cold beer. No, I do not drink beer or anything. That's the, in fact, I'm going to pull in here real quick. No one's behind me. That's the Springville train station. I just love it. It is inactive, but I just think, I love old train stations. I think Springville's got one of the best. I don't even know what it's, this is a path, like a walking path or a bike path now. It looks almost like there's a patio back there, so I don't know if the Springville Depot, I don't know if they're a restaurant or whatever, but I just think that's the coolest train station. American flags, right? That's a bar called The Office. I get a kick out of that because my guess is some guys probably tell their wife, hey honey, I'm heading to the office, and she thinks the guy's, you know, working hard, you know, working as hard as he can for his family, and he's going for a drink. So it's a clever name for a bar. So this is the main drag for downtown Springville, and I can see they've got the flags out as well. An old-time theater, kind of a different design for an old-time theater. But any good ride in the summer, at least for this rider, the end of the ride, it's a cool old house. That house is almost like, isn't that where Norman Bates' mother lived? Any cool ride has to end with ice cream. This place is called the Springville Dairy. It's just the coolest little place. There are a bunch of nice ice cream places in Western New York, but this one certainly is one of the better ones. I like to pull in here just to keep my bike in the shade. I say bike, but it's not a bike, obviously. It is a motorcycle. Folks, I'm going to shut down. If you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you'd like it. If you do not subscribe to the channel, I sure would appreciate it if you would. Until the next video, which I'll be posting on Sunday, I think I already told you this, but I've already shot that video. It's my 5,000 mile review. Until then, you have a great day, and I hope you have a great 4th. Bye-bye.